Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my Pan That Palette challenge for 2016, update number 1 to share with you, and then I'm showing you my 1 month, 1 palette, how I did for January, what I thought of the palette, and then I'm going to show you my new palette that's going to be for February and I have been using the last couple of days. I'm going to start with my update for Pan That palette, and it's the Guerlain 6 color palette. I'll put the name of it down below, but I have depotted it and it's in this little mini Z palette. I'm going to show you some pictures so that you can see. I feel like it's kind of hard with a ring light. Today's such a gloomy day. I thought that the outside lighting, like the natural lighting, wasn't going to work to film, but I will show you pictures of my initial intro and then first update, and then throughout the year I'll show you pictures so that you can see the progress in the pictures. But I feel like I've done a pretty good job with this, kind of balancing using this and then also the Too Faced palette, which was my 1 month, 1 palette. And I've learned a lot about this palette even from the 1 month of use, and there are some shades I really like this one right here. It's just really soft and buttery. This one, they're so pretty. These two. This glittery one is nice, but it's very crumbly. I feel like, I don't know if it's because the shadow was cracked initially, but I feel like there's a lot of kick up when I put my brush in. I don't know, it's kind of crumbly and powdery. This one here is okay. This one, so sad. It is very dry and it's such a disappointment. I've been using it and topping it on top of other colors, but I just feel like the color payoff is not there. And for a palette that is so expensive, like the Guerlain palettes or, Chanel, if you're going to be paying for that, I feel like every single color in the palette should be phenomenal. So I don't like this. I did use it a couple of days as a facial highlight and still kind of using it, but it does have more of that gray cast, but it's chalky. It's not smooth. I mean, it's not very good quality in my opinion. I've been using this little charcoal gray, dark gray color to set my liner quite a bit, so I'm drilling a hole right in the center there. This is just an okay shadow. It's not that rich, pigmented, it's a little bit dry feeling. I think the two worst shadows, well there's 3 I think that are not the greatest. This one, this long dark gray bar, and then this one is, I just feel like it's kind of crumbly. But I am really enjoying these 3 shades here, that nice fun light blue kind of minty green color, and then this light gray, and then this slightly darker gray that has small pink glitter in it. It's very fine though. I like these 3. Not so much of a fan of the other 3, but you learn so much from just using palettes and doing these Pan That palette challenges. Again, with my 1 month, 1 palette, I just wanted to clarify, I'm not trying to pan any of the shadows. If I do pan them, that's awesome. The palette I'm trying to pan is this one. I want to hit pan on every single shadow and maybe even use it up. Once I hit pan, I'm going to still be using it, but my goal isn't to use every last little tiny bit on the Pan That palette. I just want to hit pan, but I'll continue using it once I do hit pan. Now for 1 month, 1 palette, what I'm focusing on is just getting good use out of a palette and trying different combinations, working with the 2 palettes together. For January, I had the Too Faced Everything Nice palette, and I actually enjoyed this. The blushes and highlight on the bottom portion, I actually ended up getting rid of them. I scraped them out because I'm not really a big fan. I still like the bronzer. But these 2 blushes were in my inventory and I don't use them. They would fade really easily on my cheeks, and then this highlight was just chunky glitter, so I didn't really like it. I also ended up scraping out this blue shade Head Over Heels. It was a dry mess. Even swatching it, I would barely get any powder on my finger, and I tried using it once during the month and it was a fail. So, but other than that, those things that I did, which some of you might be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that. You ruined the palette. I really enjoyed this palette. Girly was super fun. This kind of brown shadow. It has a green shift to it, or you could say it's kind of more of a green shadow. But it is so pretty. I used that a few days. I really enjoyed Fond of You. I did a pink look a couple of days and thought that was really fun. I used the purple. I did use this Totally Fetch color once, but I think one of my favorite colors was this Don't Settle shade, which was a big surprise for me. I just got a lot of use out of it, and I enjoyed the shadows. Now sometimes with Too Faced and even holiday palettes from other brands too, I noticed the quality is not quite there. I do think that that's true for that one shadow that I got rid of, Head Over Heels, but I liked this. I enjoyed this palette. I want to keep it. It's going to be in my collection. Oh, another shadow I really liked was Dream On. I used that on my brow bone quite a bit. But I thought this was a good palette compared to some of the holiday palettes that have come out. I think that the shadows were on par with some of their like usual palettes that they have in their regular collection for Too Faced. But I do think sometimes the quality isn't always there for the holiday palettes. That's my update for my January Month One palette. Now I want to share with you what I'm going to be using and working on for February, and that's the Stila In The Moment eyeshadow palette. I'm wearing this today, and these are the colors. I love purples, and I feel like purples, I feel like they go with my brown eyes. I don't think I'll have a problem with this palette. Some of the shadows are a little bit dry, and I do have to use my finger to apply some of these, but I don't think I'll have a problem with this palette. And I wanted to throw in a single and a duo that I haven't really been getting a lot of use out of. They've just been sitting in my collection, so I'm sticking these two in with my One Month One palette. Sephora Single Eyeshadow and Hold Me Tight, which is a very pretty color. I don't wear it very often. And then this Kevyn Aucoin duo, and it's 201. It has Antique Silver and Plum Shimmer. And this is what the exterior looks like. And those are the two shadows. So it's a silvery blue right there. And I really like that shadow. I haven't used this one much, the Plum. And that's a little bit darker. I think that the Plum will go really well with some of the Stila In The Moment shadows. That was my update for Pan That palette, and then my switch out and thoughts on my One Month One palette. Let me know if you're doing either of these challenges. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.